What's going on, guys? It's GNinja here, and this is an umbrella commentary. I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff in this commentary. First of all, this this gameplay was recorded on my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Thank you very much. My wife had to go to a graduation party, and we were getting the UFC fights for my birthday, and they weren't on yet. So I just had a little bit of time, and I was bored, so I turned on the Xbox and played a couple games. But my wife's birthday is coming up not too long, and I'm the kind of person that's like, hey, it's your birthday, we'll do whatever you want. But I don't really have any amazing ideas. But she's a girl, so she likes it when I think of something cool and something exciting and fun to do for us both to do. And I'm not really that good at coming up with stuff. I guess like going out to dinner and stuff is like the extent of my creativity. So if you guys have any really cool ideas that my wife and I can do on her birthday, let me know, and that would be awesome. I put a link to my Facebook and my Twitter down there too. So I'm not very good to use Twitter. I'm not very good to use Twitter. That's amazing English, actually. But I'm not very good at Twitter. But if you tweet to me, I can figure out how to get it. And of course, I know how to use Facebook. And you can send me comments or messages and stuff too. But I picked this game. Like I said, I was playing on my birthday, and I was just playing a game. And I thought this gameplay was funny because if you don't notice, I kill a bunch of people like camping in corners or bushes. And I don't really care about that, that's fine. But after this gameplay was done, I could hear the other team talking in the lobby, and one guy in particular was talking about how my team was just a bunch of fags, and we were just camping in the corners the whole time and stuff, which was funny to me because obviously I thought that about their team. And but I just laughed, and I don't care. I didn't have my headset on or anything. I just was playing. And then I get a party invite. And I get a party invite, I think it was from this guy. Actually, yeah, it was. And so I joined the party. And I go to put my headset on, and while I'm like getting my headset configured, I hear him saying, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy?" And then oh, that's that RenegadeGNinja. He's a faggot. He was camping in a corner the whole time. He's such a douchebag. Blah blah, calling me every name in the book, and then they call me a coward and kick me from the party. So I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't. So I put my headset on, and I, of course, sent him a friend request. As you have to do. And then I sent him a message just saying that I wasn't camping. I killed you all over the map. I don't understand why you even think that I was. And I think it's pretty funny that you call me a coward and then kick me from your party before I can reply. And so he sends me messages back, and this is a pretty long, I guess not that long of a thing. It went back and forth. He sent me messages, and then I sent him messages, but I was trying to, he would send me a message about how he's going to beat me up and how he's going to kick me all over the state of Tennessee, which I don't know if you guys know about me, but I live in Ohio, so I'm not going to drive 2 states away to get in a fight with somebody on Xbox Live. And I kept trying to argue with him about gameplay, you know, this and that and the other, and you did this and I did that. And then he's just, every single thing he wanted to say was, oh yeah, but I'm going to beat you up and I'm going to stomp you. Well, I don't know if you guys know much about me, but I've fought in a cage before, and I used to train MMA. I still do a little bit, but Muay Thai, boxing, judo, jiu-jitsu, all that stuff. I've had my face busted, my nose busted, my jaw busted, my eye busted. To me, it's just that it is what it is. Like, I'm not afraid to be in there. A lot of times, guys or people in general are afraid of what they don't know, and fighting is something that I know. You know, I've done it. I've done it my whole life. So it's not something I'm afraid of, but it's also not something I need to argue with people about on Xbox Live. We're playing video games. We live 2 states away. I'm not going to argue. So finally I bite. After like multiple messages trying to argue about gameplay, I'm like, listen, dude, like I'm not going to argue with you anymore about this. If you want to bang it out, then I tell him the city that I live in, and I'm like, you can come here and you can send me a message when you're here, and we'll go. And that's fine. About that point, he didn't send me any more messages. He was done. He didn't want to talk about that anymore. It's just, to me, it's funny because the people who tell you how much they're going to beat you up on Xbox Live are the people who, when you meet them in real life, would never say anything like that. They only are acting tough because they're scared. And so if you're the kind of guy that talks about how tough you are over Xbox Live or the internet, just stop. You don't need to flex your Xbox Live muscles. It's sad. It's pointless. Nobody cares. I don't care. You know, it's just stupid. I just thought that was a cool story to share with you guys. And I thought I could get this guy in here. I got trank and ganked. It happens. Whatever. I should have watched my positioning more as my own stupidity. But also, see, this is an umbrella commentary. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I wanted to do a question and answer thing. I can put up gameplays all day, but sometimes I have a hard time thinking of commentaries to do. And I've seen other commentators do question and answers, and I thought that'd be a cool thing to do. So send me questions you have about me. You can do it on my Facebook, my Twitter. Leave a comment or a message on YouTube. I check my YouTube more than anything, so leaving a comment or a message is probably your best bet. But send me some questions and I'll answer them for you guys. Whatever you want to know about the game, about how I play, or about my life, about anything. I wouldn't mind answering them. Whenever I get enough of the questions, then I'll do a commentary about it. But see, umbrella concept. Here we go with the next one. Ready? I wanted to talk to you guys about my name. My name, GNinja 2006. A lot of you guys probably just think, oh, GNinja, that's so stupid. Like, why the heck would you name yourself GNinja? That's so dumb. But I kind of agree with you. I don't exactly love my name. But I started this channel in high school. And it's kind of a funny story because in high school, my friends came up to me. And they were like, hey, do you want to be a pirate? Just randomly. And I was like, no, I don't want to be a pirate. I'm a ninja. Just whatever I thought off the top of my head. I'm very agile, I'm very fast, I'm athletic, I jump high. So like, and I do martial arts. So I was like, no, I'm a ninja. And then I find out later that ninjas and pirates have this like feud, this like imaginary feud, like on the internet and stuff. And so it was just kind of funny. So we kind of went with it, and I was the only ninja and all my friends were pirates, and I actually bought a ninja suit and would like sneak up on them, and like, I mean, it was just fun. It was funny. So it kind of became like my identity. And then, MySpaces and Zangas and whatnot came out. I don't know if you guys remember MySpace or Zanga, but you know, you had to have one. So I was like, whatever, I'll make one. And they're like, oh, what's your name gonna be? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't care, whatever. It's like, just make it GNinja. And they're like, well, GNinja's taken. So I was like, well, my graduating year in high school was 2006. So I was like, all right, well, GNinja 2006. There we go, graduating year. And so that was my Zanga and my MySpace and stuff. And then I had to make a YouTube video or account because I wanted to subscribe to Chris Move. And I was like, what's your YouTube username? I'm like, well, whatever, GNinja 2006. So that's how I got my name. Who would have thought years later I'd be making commentaries and my name actually matters? I wish I would have thought of it before I put up my first commentary. I would have thought of something like really cool and creative. But to be honest, guys, that's just who I am. I'm GNinja. I've always been GNinja. There's a reason behind it. It actually has like meaning to me. It's not just because I'm like think I'm a gangster ninja. My first name starts with a G. It's Garen, like Garrett with an N, Garen. So that's another reason why there's a G. But so anyway, that's where I got the name from. And then it suits my gameplay because I don't use Assassin and Ghost because they're overpowered. I use them because that's my game style. Except for COD 4, I use Stopping Power because that game is made for rushing. All the other gameplays that I use, I sneak around. That's what I like to do. I like to act like these games are real battlefield type gameplays where you're actually at war. And if you're actually at war, you're not going to sprint around running, gunning. You're going to like sneak around. You're going to like come up on the enemy, shoot them in the back, and then sneak around the back. And that's how I like to play these games. So Ninja just suits me because that's how I play. I sneak around, I push flanks, I try to get behind their spawns, and that's how I like to play the game. So it kind of just works out that GNinja works for me. But like I said, guys, this was a theater mode recording. Sorry, I don't have their voices of their trash talking, but you can just take my word for it that there a lot of it going on. And but thanks for watching. I'm sorry this was just like a rambling commentary about a bunch of stuff, but I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And have a great day, guys.